We're not very good gym people.
No.
Working out.
No, I know a couple of gyms, but I don't.
You know Jesse.
Yeah, well, we do now. Jesse James Leyva with us. He's the owner of several gyms and a personal trainer who's been an expert in the fitness industry for 20-plus years. Good morning, Jesse. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Doing great. Thanks for having me.
So, look, the CDC is now, they say they're tracing COVID-19 outbreaks in gyms and they're urging stricter precautions, but this is kind of backwards from where we were like 6 or 8 months ago, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You never know what's going to hit us. I mean, they haven't traced it back to Home Depot or anything yet, but it's now back at gyms. You know, you can't hide from it. It's everywhere. And whether they trace it back to a gym or not, you're going to find COVID everywhere. I think a gym is just another realm to be attacked again. I'm in Texas, and we've lifted our mask mandate. As of tomorrow, masks can come off. But at the end of the day, it's really up to people to be comfortable enough to wear a mask, take care of themselves, and make a good decision on what's best for their health and wellness. You know, gym owners, we're doing our best to, my staff's still going to wear the mask probably for another month to make sure that everybody's comfortable to transition. But it's been kind of crazy watching the CDC going back and forth and tracing in different places.
Jesse, how much of a change was it for you to have when you were able to open back up? How much of a change did you end up going through? You know, how much extra did it cost you, or is it costing you a month to kind of keep things safe at the gym? And what kind of changes did you have to make to the operation?
You know, everybody was a little bit different. If you have a lot of your group fitness, they cut their classes in half, and it looks like a lot of them are going back to normal. We actually restructured my franchise company. We have a Outlaw Fit Camp franchise company. I actually restructured before we opened up, and now we actually have a 7-foot by 11-foot, we call them jail cells. But we actually came up with a better workout and a much better system that separated us from everybody. So now you actually have your own area that you're working out in with group fitness, and we cap it at 12 people. But, we had to buy more sanitizer, different equipment, so there's less transitions and cross-contamination aspects.
Right.
Temperatures, we still read every morning. But every gym went through a large amount of changes. Some of them did their filtration system, with the air and the circulation. And we've all done our part. But depending on what state you're in, mandates change and you're still shut down. And it's been a crazy thing. You can't keep up with it. Kind of like restaurants in California,
Yeah, exactly. So now when you open back up, and I'm sure when you closed, there was probably some folks that dropped their memberships and things like that. I mean, just because the uncertainty of people losing their jobs and whatnot. Have you seen enrollment kind of come back since you were able to reopen?
Oh, thank God we have. We've been climbing back up pretty strong over the last 4 months, and with the vaccinations, I think we all kind of knew the transition and just the perspective of people getting the vaccinations. I knew buying would pick back up going into March, April. We all kind of know how that's going to be when they lift the mask mandate. It's absolutely crazy. This weekend, they announced it last week here in Texas, and this weekend we had a large insurgence of phone calls, Facebook hits, our website with people wanting to get back in the studio. So I would say we probably had almost a 20% jump over the last 4 days. And every month we've been 5 to 8% coming back up with our revenue. Right. So we've been spiking in the right direction, but nothing like this weekend. And I tie it to, obviously, the shots going out, people getting comfortable again.
Well, I saw a statistic this morning that says for the first time, we actually have more people vaccinated than have the virus. So if that tells us anything, that we're obviously going in the right direction, hopefully. My guest this morning, he is owner of several gyms, a personal trainer who's been an expert in the fitness industry for 20-plus years, Jesse James Leyva. Jesse, thank you so much for your time this morning. We certainly appreciate it. And listen, if you come up with a workout program that involves Krispy Kreme donuts and sausage, gravy, and biscuits, I'd like you to reach back out to me, okay?
I'll think about that.
Thanks, man. Have a good one. You too. Take care.